boy who cried, "Wolf, wolf." Once there was a shepherd boy who was a great liar. He would lie always and always. One day he was shouting, "Wolf, wolf, wolf. They're taking my sheep away." The farmers heard the boy cry and they came thundering, but they found just the sheep were grazing the green grass and the boy is laughing. They got angry. It also happened the second time, but in the third time there was a real wolf which came and ate them up, all the single of the sheep. But none of the farmers came to rescue. For it, the cowboy saved his life and never lied again. So you look, if you lie, you always fall in your own lie. So I hope you don't lie. But now I always want to be truthful. So now you know what would I say, and it would happen true. Bye. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to talk about a wonderful story. Let's start. Once a fox and a stork was good friends. So fox invited the stork to a meal. The stork came to the meal and found the dinner was served in plates which he couldn't eat. The fox said, "How are you enjoying, my friend?" Then the stork didn't want to show bad habits, so he said, "Oh, it's thundering awesome." But in his mind there was a long scar. Really poor him. He did wanted to show him a good lesson. So next day he also invited his friend. The stork served the food in pitchers, and the fox couldn't eat it, and he did have nothing. Then he understood his mistake, and he won pardon to his friend, and they became good friends again. And that's when they stayed happily ever after. So that's the end of the story. So I say bye. One day, a dog and a donkey was traveling around the world. They found a pack. They opened it and there were a bunch of papers. It was all about the foods donkeys eat. They were really watering to the donkey, but the dog wasn't finding anything nice. So he said, "Please, friend, turn some of the pages and find something about meat." Then his friend looked everywhere but found nothing. So now the dog friend said, "Oh, what a bunch of bad stuffs. Well, fill this pack down." So that's the end of the story. And now I want to say goodbye. One day, Red Riding Hood was going to visit her granny. So on the way, she met the fox. The fox said, "Little Red Riding Hood, where are you going?" Then Red Riding Hood said, "Well, I'm going to my granny's house." The fox had an evil plan. He went to the granny's house and gobbled her granny up. When Red Riding Hood was at her granny's home, she found the fox as the granny. She asked the fox, "Granny, Granny, what big eyes you have?" The fox said, "So that I can see you better." Then Red Riding Hood said, "Granny, Granny, what big nose you have?" Then the fox said, "So that I can smell you better." Then she said, "Granny, Granny, what big teeth you have?" Then the fox said, "So that I can eat you better." and was trying to gobble Red Riding Hood. She shouted, and the shouting and the cries was heard by the woodcutter nearby. He came and bet the wolf, and the granny came out of the mouth of that wicked wolf, and the wolf ran away and was never seen again. That's the end of the story. So now I say goodbye. One day a hare was boasting, "I am the fastest animal in the whole forest." Then there was a tortoise who laughed at the hare. He said, "You can be fast, but you can't turn to be the best first." So the hare turned angry and said, "So let's have a race." Then the tortoise said, "Well, I will win. You wait and see." Then the hare laughed, and maybe he even got senseless as much as he laughed. The tortoise was practicing a lot, He was practicing, and he was really taking bathing as he was sweating too much. And then I'm really getting slow like a tortoise. Well, the tortoise was gradually great. In the race they started, then the hare ran fast and was really near to the finishing line. On the other hand, the tortoise was saving his energy and trying to be slow. And by the time when the hare was near to the finishing line, he thought he could have a little nap. He took a little nap, but he fell into a sleep. An hour later, the hare woke up by the sound. The tortoise was near to the finishing line. The hare couldn't believe his eyes. He ran as fast as he could, but bad luck for him, the tortoise won the race. From that day on, the hare learned a lesson. The lesson is slow and steady wins the race. And I say the super fast word, bye. One day a clever fox lost his tail by going into a forest. He was really sad. He wanted other fox to have the same, and he was really cunning and evil. So he told the other fox, "Our tails are useless. We must cut them off. They look ugly." An old wise fox understood the plan of that wolf, and he said, "Well, I don't think so, my youngs. Hear it. You don't have your tail, and that's why you want us all to be in the same trap. But that the wise we are, we wouldn't go to an evil one's plan." So that put an end to the evil fox. And the next thing what we all know is he was kicked out of the forest. So that's the end of the story, and I want to say goodbye. One day in the deep forest, an ant was walking near the riverbank. Suddenly he tripped and fell into the water. Then a dove saw him and felt sorry for that little creature. So she fell a little leaf at the ground, and then the ant got to it, and then the dove held that ant out of the river. They became best friends. one day a hunter got the hold of the dove, and also an eagle spotted that dove. They both were at the moment to attack her, but that ant got a hold of it. She bit in the leg of that hunter, and his arrow got to attack that eagle, and both of them lost it. The dove saw the end of the eagle, and he himself came down. She herself tried to save her life and got to a safer place. That's the end of the story. That's the great relationship shown in the story. Hope you like the story. I want to hear some from you. So now I say goodbye. Alaikum. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite bird. It is the macaws. Macaws are from the parrot family and known to be the largest in the whole parrot universe. It is known as its unique talents. I know 3 types of macaws: the scarlet macaw, the blue gold macaw, and the hyacinth macaw. My most favorite is the hyacinth macaw. Hyacinth is a brilliant blue parrot and also a macaw, and known to be the largest parrot and macaw in the universe. And they turn to be the most intelligent and legendary birds in history. And no birds ever have been up to its rank. It's really intelligent, and that's what it's for. And hyacinth macaws are really rare, and they have a unique cost. They're total expensive birds, but they're cool, awesome, unbelievable. They're not for their beauty, but they're for their awesome ability. You can teach and train a hyacinth macaw more than other birds. So I hope you can adopt a hyacinth macaw. For now, I just say goodbye. Today, my topic is on present, past, future. I go, I went, I will go. I see, I saw, I will see. I draw, I drew, I will draw. Then I sit, I sat, I will sit. I cut, I cut, I cut. I feed, I fed, I will feed. I will feed. I live, I live, I lived, I will live. I live, I left, I will live. I eat, I ate, I will eat. I drive, I drove, I will drive. I catch, I caught, I will catch. I teach, I taught, I will teach. I sing, I sang, I will sing. I begin, I began, I will begin. I hold, I held, I will hold. I will hold. I will hold. And let's think some more. I think, I thought, I will think. I buy, I bought, I will buy. So that's the end. I hope you liked it. So now I say goodbye. One day, 2 dogs found a skin of a dead lion. They started to bite it, and they started to put claws on that lion. A fox nearby them saw and said, "You look so great, but if that lion was alive, you just used it to kill you all, and you barely could use your claws. So look, They were just playing and they thought they were really brilliant. But true, nothing else but a stupid joke with them. So that's the end. And now I say goodbye. One day, a hound found a hare and bit him, and also he started licking that poor hare poor hare in his couldn't understand the action what he was trying to do, and said, if I am your friend, why are you biting me? Or if I am your enemy, why are you hitting me? So that's the story. So now that's the end. Really short stories. I think I say a little. Well, I try to make my stories bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and well, I can't talk anymore. My mouth is busted. But well, I hope you liked the short story. And I think I'll try to make bigger stories. For now, I am just the last word of the story. And the end of the story word is goodbye. A traveler who was a little lazy was at his doorsteps and feeling really tired, really sleepy. He said to his dog, "Hey you, please don't yawn if you're going to a travel." The dog said, I'm really active, but I see you're yawning more than me. I didn't yawn a one, but you're yawning. You better go to sleep. We will travel next time. That's the end of the story. Wonderful idea. It shows the traveler was trying to put his own bets on that person. Really interesting. And now the end word. Ready to hear it? 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. Once a man who was blind, but he could understand by touching some stuff. One day he touched an wolf cub which came to him. He understood and said, it could be an wolf, but a fox. But I know one thing, it's not good for my herd. And you look at the story. He can understand the evil, shows his evilness before he starts to go in something. And now that's the end of the story. Hope you liked my story. And give me some more ideas that I can make my own ideas and awesome stories. So now I say goodbye.